Hello, this is Senator Steve Minor Show, saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the country of Kenya. Today, the country and the nation at large is in a very somber mood, mourning the death of a young man by the name of Albert Ojwang. What happened to Albert Ojwang? Albert was abducted from his parents' home in Homa Bay. There are reports suggesting that his father was brazenly told by the arresting officers to prepare himself to ferry his son in a casket back home to Homa Bay.
Bwana Sogei akaniambia kwamba mzee, usiongee maneno mengi, wewe tufate police station Mawego. Nikashika njia, maana wamemweka katikati, mmoja mbele, mmoja nyuma, yeye amekaa katikati. Mimi nikachukua pikipiki pamoja na kaka yangu yule ambao tulikuwa tunakula pamoja, hata sikuosha mikono. Tukashika njia, hata kuko kula sikumaliza kula. Tukafuata huko Mawego. Tulipofika huko tukapata Madam Osies pamoja na wao akiwa anaojiwa hapo.
It is by these words that Albert's father hurriedly went and carried and fetched his title deed and pursued the officers in an effort to persuade them to release Albert Ojwang, who was his only son. Now Albert was taken from Homa Bay, where they arrested him, and he was transported all the way to Nairobi. However, that was not before he was taken to Karura Forest, where he was tortured, beaten to a pulp, and according to emerging reports, it is said that he almost went into a coma. After this, he was transported to Nairobi Central Police, where the murder took place in cold blood. Now, the government had hoped that this act would go unnoticed, just like the numerous times that murders in the country have gone unnoticed. And they also tried to cover the tracks. The CCTV footage where Ojwang was being held was promptly deleted and conveniently made to function. His social media accounts were seized and his online activities were subsequently deleted. Initial reports were fabricated to indicate that Albert had killed himself. What happened then was a media blackout for the preceding hours. Only scant information in relation to this murder was availed to the public. Even worse, the media attempted to portray Albert's death as mysterious. Remember the word mysterious, the phrase. They attempted to portray Albert's death as mysterious, to intentionally obfuscate and hide the truth from the public. This, at least to anyone, indicates a clear collusion between the state of Kenya and the legacy media from the onset. However, this was very short-lived. Enter another player. Alternative media, like a dog with a bone, like a shark to a drop of blood, were unable to let these heinous crimes be swept under the rug. A collective investigation by members of the public, domiciled online, on what was previously reported as cold trails by the legacy media are now slowly being uncovered. It is here that we see the conflicting information that the government witnesses presented being disconstructed to build a better story of who Albert Ojwang was. While the legacy media was in a rush, intentionally attempted to dismiss the contributions of a young man to the country by dismissively labeling him as a mere blogger, the alternative uses youthful voices online corrected this narrative by uncovering that Albert was a very productive member of society. He was not only a Christian religious education teacher, he was not only a Kiswahili teacher, he was not only a father, he was not only a husband. Albert was also a coach in the youth league of the rugby sport. These details were intentionally overlooked by the legacy media and only presented to us as a blogger. And although there are still key missing pieces that are yet to come out, it is clearly and very crystal that this was a methodological, premeditated murder. Now that the public eyes have been opened to the unveiling truth, the state has been sent into a frenzy of chaos. Conflicting police reports have been retracted.
National Police Service is once again on the spot, this time over conflicting reports surrounding the death of digital influencer Albert Ojwang.
IG of Police has brought untold suffering, stigma to the family of Ojwang by purporting that this gentleman killed himself when the autopsy clearly reveals that he was killed in the hands of police. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja was forced to issue a public apology after earlier police reports claimed Ojwang had died by suicide.
It is true, as Senator Mugatana has said, that going by the report that we have gotten from my Paul, that it is not true, he did not hit his head against the wall, but that is the report that we had from the word go. I tell my apology on behalf of the National Police Service because of that information.
Unconvincing state officials have been ceremoniously paraded to the Senate to offer alternative facts and versions of what allegedly happened. In some cases, an unlucky junior police officer is going to be identified as a piece, as a pawn to be sacrificed and thrown under the bus in usual state fashion. That's not all. There is a long, long river, a never-ending stream of statements by public relations officers on behalf of state officials and public offices. These statements have been bombarded, thrown everywhere in public spaces. Everybody has a statement. The international community have also very recently joined the bandwagon of condemning the heinous act. They have joined the bandwagon of statement release party, I call it. Also, in an attempt to manage public anger, job offers to the young widow of the late Albert Ojwang have miraculously been availed. School fees sets full scholarship opportunities for the child of the young man who will now grow up without a father have mysteriously appeared. And all these acts, my friends, are not in good faith, but in an attempt to build irreparable public trust and manage the public outreach over the last few days. Have you asked yourself what has not been done? Arrests have not been made. There are no suspects in custody. The public has also been distracted into focusing on the resignation of Officer Lagat. Unlike the families of Rex Masai, Kianchokoma brothers, university student Denzel Omondi, Baby Pendo, and the scores of dozens of young lives lost in the last 11 months. The weeping families will not taste justice. We have seen this time and again. We have seen this script time and again. Prolonged court cases, erasure of critical evidence, disappearance of key witnesses is expected. The murder of Albert Ojwang represents the premeditated, intentional, and methodological genocide of youth in Kenya. It is now time for the youth to stand up for their fellow youth, because the forces at play and the political incumbents who have been here for decades have also come together to kill the youth of Kenya for thinking critically.
This guy only tweeted something. Then these social things like TikTok and WhatsApp, this should be banned in this country now instead of killing young men. I think that's the only best way. If you cannot write comments, then they should buy the social things.
While today we mourn the death, the murder, the brutal murder of young Albert Ojwang, a young father, a young husband, let us remember that if we do not lend our voices as youth to call out these heinous and inhumane acts, the perpetrators will be emboldened and encouraged to murder even more Kenyan youth with utmost certainty. I now encourage you to share this video widely so you can make a small contribution in stopping the genocide of youth in Kenya.
Hi guys, Eric Omondi here. First and foremost, I want to say a very big thank you and God bless you for the overwhelming response you've given Albert's family through the father. Just within 11 minutes of me posting that video, simu ya father imejaa. May God bless you. Anybody who sent anything, God bless you. Hiyo simu imejaa, we're trying to handle the crisis. Tumepata simu ya namba ya father ingine, bado ni amesha kopio, that is Albert Ojwang's father. His other number is 011-366-496-5. Jina itasema Meshak Opio. Na pia unaweza kuweka kwa pochi, kwa ile simu ilijaa na hata kwa hii. Ikijaa weka kwa pochi. Hiyo nimefundishwa leo, hata mimi sikuwa najua. Nimeona kwa comments that people already sending kwa pochi la biashara. May God bless you for standing with this family. It means a lot to them. Amenipigia akaniambia, Eric, please tell Kenyans I am thankful, I am grateful. God bless you, God bless you. The new number is down there. Tuendelee kumsupport, tuendelee kusimama naye na kumshika mkono. God bless you.